Okay. Give me just a second here. Sorry about not streaming yesterday. I was busy with some life stuff and I just didn't really leave any posts or anything since I don't have a ton of viewers yet. So here sometime in the following week I will probably be doing a stream that's just twice as long to make up for the missed day, however. But I'll probably make a comment about when I'm going to do it ahead of time so that way y'all can know. Other than that, let's get into it. We left off at Sindri's first side quest inside Fafnir's storeroom. My headset audio is going a little wonky here, so give me just a second. Okay. All right. Okay, here we go. So, looks like it put me right here after this first fight, so that's not really a big deal. It's actually a pretty good spot to spawn in.
They caught you off guard.
I wasn't expecting it.
Exactly.
Well, Atreus, that is what being caught off guard is. Uh-oh. Let's heal up. So, this next fight, like many of the fights here, is just kind of a pain in the butt. But overall, still not the worst thing ever. Whether you want to try to freeze this and fight them with your fists and smash them, or whether you just want to kind of cut around it and not take damage that way and just get them until they're dead, is up to you. Either way is pretty much just as annoying to try to manage, but I think I'm gonna go with the kiting option. It's usually my preferred method here. Okay. Now, once it's down to the last guy, this is of course now the easiest time. Downsides, he is still able to heal like the others, and he does also block certain attacks. Luckily Atreus can stand in the poison mist though, unlike you, so, you know, figure out a good way to kite him, should be fine. If if you want to still hit him with the axe, throw it around him so he doesn't block it, and then have the return hit. Get him. Oh! He almost killed me there. But once you get enough Spartan Rage, you should be able to just finish him off nice and easy.
There's nothing but poison in this one. And the stupid birds.
And useful resources. The main reason we are here, boy. However, many of these chests have been emptied.
Probably by the Reavers. I hope they didn't take Cinder's whetstone.
Next fight, like before, really not too bad. I'm pretty sure this is just 2 revenants.
Remember what I told you about expectations, boy.
Keep them low. I remember. Still, good feeling.
Yeah, 2 reavers, or revenants, not reavers. They're kind of annoying in this one. Again, they're pretty high level, so you can't really knock them up into the air, which would help immensely. But mostly, you know, if you can keep up your blocks in time and still put out some AoEs or some axe throws on them at the proper times, you should be able to mostly keep them from leveling up too high and keep them dying. So unlike me, however, that one's definitely going to level up. So if one does level up, try to focus entirely on the other one at that point, just because, you know, obviously you don't want that one to level up too while focusing on the leveled up one. Oh fuck. If the fight lasts long enough, of course, you can just end up, you know, getting more of your rage back and finish the fight that way. Or another option is to just, you know, infinitely kite them while throwing the axe, and then just, since they'll instantly just dodge it forever, just shoot Atreus' arrows, and eventually they'll deal enough damage. It's going to take a really long time if you want to go down that path, but you can do it. Now, I think, yes, recently I did get access to runic attacks by finishing off Alfheim. For some reason, I was a dingus and I did not equip them. They are mostly pretty handy, and I do, before progressing main story, need to go get one that I consider to be the most useful of all of them. And so I'll show y'all where that is, so that way you can get it too if you like it.
was ready for them this time.
I saw.
So I should keep my expectations low, but always expect an attack?
It is a delicate balance. Expect the worst, assume nothing, and always anticipate an attack.
Sure is a lot to remember.
Alright, this one, I feel like out of all of them, this one can be the most frustrating of the fights here. It's just a bunch of high-level wolves, which can, of course, just be a big pain in the butt. So try and get a bunch of damage out quickly with these axe throws, and once they're all kind of coming up on you, then you can go ahead, start using your runic attacks, start using your runic summons if you still have them. Go ahead, use Spartan Rage. Don't let the strongest wolf here, the level 5 one, level up. It will make this fight much harder than it ever really needs to get to. But if it does happen, don't fret, you can still win. Just try and play safe, play careful. It will work out.
Still no what's up. And only one room left. I know I shouldn't hope, but do you think we'll find it there?
No.
Last room's pretty straightforward. It's basically just going to be 2 ogres in there. And if you can quickly deal with them, stun one, you can use it to kill a bunch of enemies that spawn in, and then also get ready to have it set up to stun on the other ogre, or you can also just go ahead and kill the other ogre. Either way tends to work out pretty well. If you really want to make it easy though, just kind of ignore that other one, get its health low, and then you can have it be stunned right near the end of the fight. So after you've already killed a bunch of enemies, you can just jump on another ogre and keep going. Just basically kill everything real easy. If I remember correctly, there's either a runic summon or a runic attack for Kratos in this chest up here. Pretty sure it's a runic attack, one that I'm not really overly fond of, so use it if you want. Oh yeah, it's okay, it does good damage, kind of slow though. Much better once fully upgraded, as with all the others.
So, back to piss on my corpse, you ungrateful little... who are you two?
We're looking for a whetstone. Have you seen it?
Aye, there was one in this room. My son sharpened his dagger on it, right before stabbing me in the back.
What?
Little bastard thought it was his turn to lead my crew. I was hard on him, sure. Guess I shouldn't be surprised. I did the same thing to my dad when I was his age.
He killed his own father?
Where is he now?
He may be a bastard, but he's my bastard. You'll get no help from me, fool.
Then his dagger will help.
Hey! It's mine! Hey!
Come, boy. We are leaving.
Kratos. Okay. So really just pick either of them, of course, but you know, usually the first ogre that spawns in is probably going to be the easier one to go for in this regard. You know, try to get your parries if you can. Obviously the ogres can damage one another. Now, from what I'm seeing here, I think I went for the higher level ogre, which, yeah, it's not really a big deal, but it does technically make this a little more difficult than, you say, you know, going for the easier ogre, knocking down the health of the stronger ogre with its slam attacks like so. But, you know, not really a big issue there on that front. Okay, come on. There we go. So there should be this other ogre here. Yes. He's pretty low on life. So, you know, if I can just do a little bit of damage, he'll go into his final stun mode. I just want to clear out some of these things real quick. Hopefully try and spawn in more enemies. He might actually not go into stun. Oh, he must have already done it. My bad. Well, that's okay, though. Still not the worst fight ever, so.
Is it okay? Yeah?
Better.
For a pair of pasty feet fools, you sure can fight. I give you that.
Let's see. I thought there was another raven that I haven't gotten. Huh. Not really 100% sure now. I'll come back to that though if it's really a big deal. So. Alright, so that's it for Fafnir's storeroom, technically, for at least the quest itself. However, I did mention before that there's this Soul Eater out here in the front that you can kill.
Assume nothing.
Well, sure. You didn't seem like a great father, but
You only know half the story.
yes.
It's not going to attack until you attack it, which is good, because that way you don't have to fight it, and it is one of the stronger Soul Eaters in the game. Not the strongest, but one of the upper tier ones, I'd say. I am going to go ahead and wait till I can at least do my next tier of Spartan Rage, of course. There are going to be some ads that spawn in during the fight with this guy that make the fight pretty frustrating because they're a fast-moving Draugr. And he does this lovely laser, which, as you can see, does a lot of damage, and I got stuck behind some sort of stupid spot, so I couldn't really do anything. If you can, try to cheese him around a corner. It will help out immensely. Oh, okay. Should have expected that, Jared. So these guys are the frustrating part of this fight. I'm assuming he was able to hit me through the tree. Some of his attacks can unfortunately do that, which is part of what makes this guy a real pain in the butt. That, and it tends to spawn you quite a ways back. Okay, so what you really want to do is probably get back like behind this tree or something and then trigger him from really far away. He's gonna have a hard time hitting you, but you can still do the standard of just trying to hit him, and I am just not doing so right now, so let's move a little closer. Looks like this tree is big enough that I can cheese him through it. So try to go with one of the thicker trees. I guess that, however, made it mess up, so I'm not sure why, but it's okay. So if you can get him pretty low, you should be able to retreat back behind the trees, of course, so as to not let him do that stupid laser attack on you. And if you are able to kite these guys properly, you can pull them over, and then from there you'll have access to do with them as you need to. These are fast-moving Draugr, though, so be very careful, of course. Overall, these two trees here are the best ones to try and keep him on the other side of, just because they're one of the best covers available for this fight. Other than that, though, you know, still, as with many of the other fights, just play safe, play patient, and overall it's a pretty easy cheese. And also at this point, if you do go for this one, adding in the one from Alfheim and the one from Brock's Quest, you should now be able to make one of the pieces of equipment about the Soul Eaters. Ancient's armor set, I believe it's called. I'm going to be making the belt, since I already have these gauntlets. And then also there's going to be a chest piece to go for eventually that makes you occasionally not take damage, so that one's pretty darn useful to get as well, once you can.
We found them.
Oh? The dagger you brought me is quite interesting. An artless design, but the construction is sound. Where in the temple did you find this?
In a river's back.
Oh. Oh!
He mentioned he was part of a larger clan. Maybe they took the Whetstone?
Quite possibly. I know I've seen this design before.
Alright. So this thing, good to make.
It's a keeper.
Very good for resisting a lot of elemental stuff, which will of course help out a ton on this difficulty. Oh.
Well, that's something.
Cool.
Safe, you two.
Alright. I feel like I'm forgetting one of the things I need to go to. Oh, right, there's some treasure maps you can really easily go get at this point in the game. If you wait too long in the game, it will respawn because the world's gonna change a little bit, and there'll be like a lot of really high enemies. However, if you do it soon enough, there shouldn't be any enemies to deal with. So now is usually the best time to go for it.
So, what happened when the horse made a deal with the hunter?
He took the man's bit and bridle and allowed him to ride in the saddle on his back. Together, they killed the stag, and the horse tasted victory. But the hunter would not release the horse and made a slave of him.
So, getting revenge cost him his freedom. Hope it was worth it.
It was not.
Found it!
If you are using the lightning axe pommel, that is a very good treasure map to go for, since it now gives you one of its upgrade materials and can make that axe pommel significantly stronger stat wise. I'm not using it, so I mean I'm not really gonna bother, but oh yes, okay. And the really good runic attack to go get for Atreus is going to be back inside the witch's cave. After the serpent moved, it should have lowered all the water, and then of course you can go back and grab that. However, it's not available to get the runic attack until Atreus does get access to them from Alfheim. So now or so is usually the best time to go do it.
The water dropped.
I cannot do that yet. I need to get access to lightning arrows before I can do that. Never mind. Well, then it looks like it's time to move on with the story. This next bit of story will give me access to the lightning arrows I just mentioned. However, it's probably going to have to be something I do on tomorrow's stream, just because I'm doubting I'll be able to make it all the way through the mountain within the next hour and a
His
half.
pond had dried up, so the frog and his son left to find a new home. They found a well. The son saw the water and made to jump in, but the father stopped him. He saw the well was deep, and once inside they would not be able to escape if the water dried up again. Wisely, they moved on.
That's it?
Yes.
That's really not a story. If the sun jumped in, it would be a story.
Then he would be trapped, starve, while the father watched helplessly.
See? That's a story.
Also down there with that runic attack is a Nornir chest, the one mentioned all the way back in like part 1 or 2. That was partially covered by water. It will be available to be opened at that point, assuming you can get the 3 runes taken care of. And I'm pretty sure it's one of the last few Horns of Blood mead that will upgrade your rage meter. As before, don't do this yet unless you're really high level or just feeling pretty confident or on a lower difficulty or whatnot. It's stupid hard at this point in the game. Oh, I didn't think the first throw would miss, but that'll work. When you are going up here on the mountain, clearing out the Black Breath, before you enter the mountain, there is going to be one more treasure map spot that I highly advise getting. If you don't get any of the others, this is probably the one to go for. It will give a guaranteed rune that is either one that does
Do you think I could carry her
a
out?
slower rate of
I said no.
rage mode drain, or a higher rate of rage mode gain. I'm not sure which, but we'll see shortly. It's always the same rune on this treasure chest, treasure map spot, so go ahead and nab it. Though, like before, you do have to have grabbed the treasure map, so
Do you think Hart would face
make
it?
sure to do that.
You would know better than I.
Thanks.
Now watch your step. Carelessness will only delay us.
Right. Well, there's the Black Breath again. What do we do now?
We see if the witch was right.
It's working. She was right.
Come, let us finish this.
Path ahead. It's blocked.
Then we climb.
Man, just imagine if now Atreus fell here in like, 10 seconds or so. That would just be
You know, others said the
pretty
Giants
crappy.
used to visit the Midgard Mountains before they disappeared.
Disappeared.
Yeah, I guess they just up and left one day. No one knows why.
Perhaps they returned to their home.
Jotunheim? Maybe. I wonder if the face in the mountain is a tribute to some important giant.
Yeah, one day all the mountains just got up and left.
The mountain! We made it!
More black breath.
Sweet.
Matches the one on the door to
Before we go in there, go grab that treasure map. As said, it should just be right over here. Yes. This lovely rune. This one. Yes. Lovely. Just gonna go right there.
stories of a giant with a deer head. Wonder who he is. No way across. But there's a sand bowl. A little easier than I thought. This place must have been important to the giants. It's like they're testing us.
The floor boy.
That doesn't mean it. Something's missing. I can almost make it out.
Runes. A riddle answer for that sand bowl.
It means freedom. Let's try it.
What is the riddle?
No yoke vis, nor fearful thrall, nor rude tree doth know my call. Not sure what a thrall is. Freedom fits the rest. There's a crystal in that torch hole. Should I light it? That helps, right? Guess we have to go down and go up.
These passages seem too small for giants. Why do you laugh?
Oh, you're serious.
I am always serious.
I forget. Mom always said we never took an interest in history. Giants are just a race, like elves and Holgerfolk. It doesn't mean they're big.
What of the world serpent?
Okay, in that case, giant also means big. There's only one.
Oh gosh, dang it. Should be... Ah, yes. There's a light up here. There we go. So there's two of them. I must have already hit the third one with my axe return. Normally there's three. So I'm assuming I just hit one with the axe on its return. It's the only thing that really makes sense. So... Oh no. Ah. Oh my god, what? Oh, that was a little weird. Okay, once we can get all of those things gone, we can start working on the Revenant. Nice and straightforward, really easy, of course. Unless I just like to suck, which I do, so... This guy does like to summon those things, the nightmares. Makes him kind of annoying. Don't let him level up. I'm pretty sure if you do, the nightmares that he summon are also going to be leveled up, but they can still level up further. Don't hit this one, it's already correct. That one needs to be like an R or something, I think. It's not actually an R, but the looks like our R in English. No, this one's a B, sorry. This final one will be an R. At least an English R, not, I don't think it's their R. They have a different letter for that. And this one, oh, hello there. I didn't think you'd seen me yet. That's unfortunate. Oh, nice.
How'd you know that was there?
If you want, when you do this fight, unlike I did, you can use this crystal, shoot it with the light arrows. It'll release huge AoE bursts of very, very high amounts of stun damage. You can also do that on any of these little crystal lamps if you are accurate enough, and you can use that to quickly build up stun meter on any of the enemies and then finish them off. And I think this guy, no, not this guy, is it this guy? There's a guy here somewhere that is not actually dead. I'm pretty sure it's this guy. Yes, here we go. Obviously that spot I was at there was the way forward, but I'm not quite going that way yet, since there is the Nornir chest that I set everything up to collect, that I need to collect still. Alright, more rage. I am missing something. I wonder, the enemies do spawn in around the time that you're bringing the thing over here, but if you just run up here, they will spawn in anyways, even though you don't have it. Oh, okay. Here it is.
Enemies down.
If you want, you can also just set this crystal down when you make them spawn in. You can just set it right here, then run over there. That way you just have this crystal you can, you know, again, shoot, do huge AoE stun damage on the guys that spawn in just real quickly, and run over and rip them apart. But again, not really a big deal, so...
Look here.
Sir. works too. This is a lot of bodies.
Tell me what you see.
Well, they look like men, not giants.
Correct. Do you seeking treasure? See the traps?
Oh yeah. Lucky for us, they set them all off.
Be grateful these stay dead.
The statue! We made it across!
Come on. Wow, no health stones. Cool. Not a big deal.
What does it say?
Oh, this is Duroth. One of the four stags of the World Tree. He's supposed to watch the entrance to Yunnan while the giants sleep. Think he's still there?
I do not know. Here. Boy.
I've seen this language before.
Alrighty. Oh, hello there. Let's see, shield guy to these new sword guys. Just nice and easy.
Where to now?
East is still our goal. We find a way up.
Oh, okay, so I did break it. Wow. Interesting. So here soon there's going to be another troll. Not too big of an issue with the troll itself, as long as you have like a 4 rage meter and some nice runic attacks available.
Think Mom knew this was the Giants Mountain?
No, the request has been more complicated than she could have foreseen.
The only thing to really watch out for is that there's a bunch of ads like usual, so clear the ads.
What's that? Weird. There's a candle all tangled up with string and some sort of animal. Some kind of lantern? No wick though.
Just make
That is
sure
of
to
no
add,
use to us. Goodbye, Frostlights our way.
kick this down. You will return this way later, much later in the game. If you don't have that kicked down, you'll have to climb up, and it's going to be a lot more
Eyes open.
annoying. So,
Stop that.
Come on, that was just... Okay. Whoa. What is
claw reaches the summit, our goal is near.
There's going to be a lot of stuff in this room that you cannot do right now. However, you will be able to come back for it later and get the rest of it. So don't worry too much on that front.
Come, boy.
There's gotta be a way to make that claw work.
Come.
Well, that's not going anywhere.
Okay.
I think I see how this works. The claw's on one side, and if we get this unstuck,
Kratos makes it look so easy to move strength-wise. Atreus is just
I think we're
not
stuck with
ready.
that rock.
That was careless.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Stop. But maybe we can find our way up through there. After, getting rid of those things.
The one there to the side of me that I'm trying not to fight on the ground is another one that kind of buffs himself with this fire aura. So try not to hit him. It will blast like that, as you saw. And if you're caught in that, it'll do a bunch of damage to you. It kind of just recharges with time, as long as he is not stuck on the ground. But since I'm keeping him on the ground, he's not going to be able to recharge. So
That was good, right?
Better. You had a way around the Black Breath all along.
Now don't go thinking I could have gotten you past it, you big sack of meat. I got ways around most everything, especially up here. Time was, my folk had the run of this joint. Improved the design of the Jotnar traps and built workarounds to boot. Why you think they're so devious? Oh, never mind. Watch out for traps. Let's do it.
lovely. So, similar to the rage-based axe pommel, this one is pretty nice if you're looking to just get health. It's pretty frequent, but not really frequent enough or large enough of an amount for me to really go for it. Same for this one. This one seems to trigger a little more than the axe throws, but still have to do Executioner's Cleave, which take a while to charge up. So out of the three, this one is probably the most useful, but again, not really my style.
What you need, kid? Feel it dead from a distance.
Alright. New skills available for him.
Got something else in mind?
Yeah. Up to you whether you want to buy the armor, a new armor set for him, or upgrade it all the way. At this point, I'd rather just do the full upgrade. So.
Hope you got what you wanted.
Alright. Now we can also upgrade the quiver to just about max. No, that is max. I lied. Cool.
Now
Lovely.
what was the other thing?
I'm just gonna go ahead and use the red one. Rage stone it up. Make it easy. Since up ahead is gonna be your next major boss fight coming up here shortly. I think there's just like 1 or 2 more fights in between it.
More traps.
There's a tunnel, but you won't fit.
Take it.
Okay. Wow. How big is this place?
It is a mountain. Big.
Oh, okay.
You okay?
Of course.
So, I know, again, as before, one of these guys is actually alive, and it's that one. As with the enemy before, a lot more Draugr are going to start to have that effect now, where they get this lovely armor shielding thing around them that'll blow up after a time. Or, not blow up after a time, but it blows up if you hit them, and does a lot of damage. Try to avoid it, or hit them with the axe from afar. Yeah, he does, okay. This little lizard thing over there, you can kill it, just hide from it in a sense so that it appears, and then throw your axe at where it's going to appear. It should end up working for you. It drops some nice loot, so honestly, oh no, okay, it's like a baby tassel worm almost, kind of weird looking thing. Oh, there it is. No, oh, okay, well, oh, yeah, apparently just breaking that health stone, if he's near enough, will go ahead and kill him, interestingly enough. So, alright. What was that? I think I just got a text. Ah, not important.
You can move it. It's kind of heavy.
I can move it.
It moves! And we're stuck. Card's still attached to
I see that.
Oop. There we go. And get that. That's just about everything here. It's quite a lot of stuff to grab in this little small room.
That's it. Maybe there's a way through that big gate up there?
Oh, he's climbing. No wonder. There we go. Technically, you could go back to the dwarf at this point and either buy the full bow upgrade or new armor, depending on which one you didn't do. I do not care enough, as per the usual, so I will not be. Lovely.
Now where should we go? Okay, here we go.
I don't know why I used that. That was kind of pointless. Obviously, if you look at this guy, it's going to be pretty noticeable, but he's alive, so...
If it is not useful, leave it alone.
I know.
Wait, isn't there a... Yeah. The only downsides to grabbing the XP stones instead of the health and rage stones is that usually when it's changing and it's the health or rage, it'll be a vast majority of at least like 1 bar equivalent, whereas XP wise it's usually not more than like 30 XP. Though to be fair, that's a little more than a standard enemy kill, so...
Leave it.
What could they be for? There's something special about them. I can feel it.
Oh, that's what I'm missing. Here it is.
It's working!
Awesome. Kick this thing down, just in case you need it later. And I'm not sure if this door stays open, but just in case it does. It does. Cool. Lovely.
Which way?
Should be pretty much close enough to jump up here.
I think it's
Yeah.
up ahead.
I believe it's another runic attack now for Atreus, I think. Yes. This one's not bad. Again, not my style. I'm already using the wolves. The wolves are good enough at this point.
Well, that looks heavy. No way. We did it! I bet we can make the rope wheel work there. Might give us the way to the top.
You know, it just might. Okay, so I think once you kick this chain down, it's gonna start up this boss fight like pretty much as soon as you get to the ground with this lovely, lovely giant here.
Ready, boss!
If you get his meter high enough here, you can stun him, but looks like he's just gonna let me kill him right off since he hasn't had a chance to roar. So beat him up a bit and then it'll trigger the kill. But as long as you have full, you know, runic attack, Atreus' arrows, all Kratos' runic attacks, and full rage meter, you should be able to take him out even on this difficulty just with one big long combo. Only downsides is you will have to face all of these Draugr without any, you know, rage bar. Not the worst thing to do, just kind of, you know, can be annoying. What the? Oh, okay, cool.
Back to the wheel.
Lovely. Don't forget to loot all the giants, or trolls stuff. And I would also highly advise quickly popping over to see the dwarf at this point, because here soon there's going to be another boss fight. So, you know, go ahead and stop by, upgrade the Leviathan axe.
See how that treats you. And don't be letting that spit-fister of a brother of mine lay hands on it again. Yeah, boy?
Sweet.
What more you need?
Oh, wrong way. Alright, yeah, then just go back and it's time to go up quite a ways of the mountain.
Now where should we go? That should hold it.
How in the world this works is beyond me, but it does, so here we go.
Do you think this goes all the way to the top?
I feel like this claw really shouldn't be attached to this, but I mean, I'm not complaining, so.
Feels strange up there. We're heading into danger.
Do not concern yourself with what might be. Focus on what is, and be vigilant.
Yes, sir. Not the top, but we're closer.
Sweet.
Wait, now it's not broken. There's a note. Man's prayer. They're asking their ancestors to watch over them, to guide them home.
Boy,
Wait. I think I know how it works. Watch.
what did you write?
I asked them to watch over Mother. Do you think they'll watch over us on the way to the top?
Come, boy. It is a long way up. Stay back. Tunnel boy.
Got it. Be careful.
More tests.
Wars must have carved these tunnels
There
on
are
giant's
no-
traps. Good thing, too.
No, okay, I think I got
Good for me.
everything, so we're good. Oh well, not a big deal. Health's right there, so. This next one can be frustrating. Just quickly take care of the Draugr that gets summoned, as usual.
That is not helping.
See you on the other side.
Okay. And here we go. And we're fine now. Okay. If you want to make that whole thing easier, there's this little back way you can go to stay around the flames, of course, with a little more ease.
Another mining room. It may not be as long a way up as we thought. That did it! Or not. Are we still too heavy?
Of course, that's all just extra money. You don't actually need to stop and grab those. So, you know, if you just push this other one and don't really care about the money, then don't worry. It's not items that are gonna stop you from getting... They won't stop you from getting any achievements or anything, so...
Get to the summit. How far do you think we'll be able to see? The lake? The world serpent? Our house?
We will see when we get there. Until then, eyes open.
I believe there's 3 fights on this lift
I'm fine.
that are gonna happen.
Miles from home. You know,
So if you can try and save this till like the 2nd or 3rd, it'll help out a lot.
And how I keep us alive.
I guess. Not a terribly fun way to live, though. Right behind you!
Uh-oh, I missed. Uh-oh, well, not too big a deal.
I'm set!
I thought most of the fights were longer than that one, but I guess not. I don't know. Oh yeah, here's the one I'm thinking of. Okay. Okay, really? Here we go. Let's see here. Oh! Okay. Probably about time to do this then. Sadly.
How was that for fun?
I get it. I should worry more. Is this where we get off?
No, we are stuck.
I believe this last version of the fight will have a ogre in there, so you know, quickly damage ogre a lot, use it
How much
to
further do we have to go?
pretty much just destroy everything
We'll
else.
get attacked again?
So
Definitely.
Oh boy.
Yes. Now be ready. Ready yourself, boy.
and there is the ogre that I mentioned. Okay, so quickly deal with the ogre, get him down really low on health or whatever you really need to do to make this easy. Oh, fuck. once you get on the ogre, it is gonna spawn more enemies in. So quickly use the ogre, kill him.
Only one more. Stuck again.
I know.
And now it's time for fun. With this next lovely boss fight. Rage meter's really not a big deal. I'm probably not going to use it even once during this next fight.
What then? What comes next?
Nothing comes next. We go home.
Just
The adventure is over?
For now.
learn the
We'll
phases
have much to do.
of the attack
You were
and
right earlier on the boat
in
after
the-
cutting down the last tree. You said it felt like something had changed. And it has. And our home is no longer safe. But it will be again. And we must continue your trading.
Okay.
but for this next part, just once you learn all the phases of the fight, it's really not the worst. But
We're almost at the summit. Nothing's gonna stop us. Ah!
good timing, Atreus. Top
Go
tier.
yourself, boy, and stay behind me.
Yes, sir!
Focus up, boy.
Uh-oh, whoopsies. Lovely.
What are you doing?
Be ready. Hold on.
That was intense.
So he did hit me there at the end right before it triggered. I kind of wondered.
Hold.
That's unfortunate. That's going to make this much more frustrating.
That looks like a root of the Yggdrasil tree. Is that its sap?
Crystallized sap. And there is power inside.
Incredible. I can't believe we fought a dragon. I was aiming for its eyes, but I kept losing my footing. Do you think this is their home? Did they move in after the giants left? Or are they why the giants left?
Boy, the air grows thin here. No more questions. Breathe.
Oh, yes. I see. Do you hear that? Sounds like someone screaming.
Wait, boy.
It's Sindri. Can you kill something that big?
If we can catch it off balance.
I can distract him.
What are you doing?
We have to help him.
Break right. Find an angle. Wait for my mark.
Thank you.
Ouch. Okay, downside. I don't quite remember some of the attacks here. Looks like to start things off, we're gonna do it real nice here. Grab one of those little crystallized sap thingies and just throw it at him since he's all electrified, and it'll blow up on him. Nice and straightforward. I do think you have to do it twice, but that's again not too big of an issue either. This fight is mostly scripted once you just do all the right things, really. It's pretty straightforward. Block when he slams down. The wave will damage you and knock you back. Don't just straight up block that like I did. That's not the way to do that, but it won't kill you if you block, but technically you could parry it or just dodge it. That would be smarter than what I did. And then once he starts shooting lightning again, he's going to shoot blast initially that you need to block, which I obviously did not. Oh! This next part of the fight I will probably die in, because I usually do. Not a big deal if you die. Every single time that you get him down like that and hit him, it does set up a checkpoint kind of thing for you, so like you can easily have a spot to go back to. If you are too close when he does that slam, even if you're blocking, it will send you flying back and damage you, just because he's, you know, he's a dragon, he's pretty strong. But don't worry about it too much again. Now I think, yes, this one is the hardest one, because now there's a burst before and after his shout. So, you know, be extra careful on that front. And this last one's pretty frustrating as well. He's going to be using both of the lightning attacks, both the one that shoots all the little pillars everywhere and the one that does the frickin' line. So you know, just be careful. You should be fine. Okay, there we go. So now I should start right back at this phase of the fight, but now I'll have a full health bar, so it'll be pretty easy. As long as I don't do anything too stupid. Okay. Zigzag. He does zigzag. Lovely. Oh, I missed. Well, that's unfortunate. Just wait for him to be electrified, then throw, of course. And I believe at this point, this is it. Just, you know, go up, hit him a bunch, and you're gonna be good to go. That would hurt quite a bit, having that giant hole blown open in your neck. That would not be fun.
We actually did it. And you!
But nobody's killed a dragon for hundreds of years. Not since the Grand Culinary Wars. And unless I'm mistaken, you did all that for me.
You are mistaken. The dragon was simply on our path, nothing more.
You deny it all you want, but you saved me, and that deserves compensation.
What are these?
Braided mistletoe arrows, straighter than Heimdall and perfectly weighted.
Thanks?
Oh. Okay. Hold on. Ooh, not that. Have you seen my brother again?
Yeah. He said you lost your talent.
Oh, and that I'm selfish? No. I'm sure. That I value a weapon's look? No. Over its purpose? That I'm pretentious? No. And uptight? Fussy? I know what he thinks, but he can't hurt me any— Ah! Burn that.
I do not have time for this.
No. No. Wait. I have a better idea.
What?
I just need a tooth from that dragon. Watch where you grab that. Oh, never mind. Oh, so unclean. Oh, so unclean. Oh, the smell. Perfect.
Yeah, that probably does smell pretty terrible.
Yeah. I am not touching that. Just hold it out. Now, run that along the string of your son's bow. Just humor me.
Atreus, your bow.
It's a pretty nice bow now.
2 passes should do it. Gently, now.
Whoa.
Oh, sure. Now you're impressed. Oh, I see. You figured it out on your own then. Just, never mind. I wasn't just explaining the beautiful and complex artistry of my craft or anything. No, just anything to help you. Yep. So what brings you around, friends?
Huh. Ooh, okay.
Well, that's something. Be seeing ya.
Oh, whoopsies.
Very well. To business. Master Atreus, how may I serve?
Oh, whoa. I didn't realize I could actually upgrade those. Huh. Hmm. Normally, I would say that those would probably be worth it, except that here, just a little bit in the game, you're gonna have access to even better stuff, so at this point, you can really just keep them, not even bother, and save that for some better gear.
What did we miss?
Feels like it wasn't that long ago we were hunting deer. Now we fought dark elves, and trolls, and ogres, and a dragon. I feel like we could be anything.
We win because we are determined, disciplined, not because we feel ourselves superior.
It's just, it feels good to be strong, you know?
Yes, I know.
If you can catch people right with that runic attack, the one I just grabbed, it is pretty frickin' strong. Again, as with many of the others, not my style.
Sorry, kid!
Oh, whoopsies. Oh, whoopsies. I was trying to do an up attack. Whoops-a-daisy.
How's that?
You are more focused.
There we go. Want me to shatter it? Oh, I'm gonna like this. Strange though. That one didn't completely blow up. That crystal. I shot it once. Alright. Ooh, good find.
So, obviously, now that you have gotten Atreus's lightning arrows, it unlocks this other little grouping of stuff on his tree. Now that we finally have them, go ahead and at least try to get some of the early stuff if you can. Specifically, doing great amounts of shock damage is my preference, and then plus you know, chaining it is also just wonderful. Uh-oh. Oh, come on. You can have multiple of these placed at a time, luckily, and they don't ever really wear off, so it's just once ever you shoot them, they will be done. So I'm going to go ahead and just try and get all the ones I need right away, place them, and blow them up. So.
We gotta find a way to lower that bridge. That has to be the way.
Look here. Another.
This one's called Emu. Mother tried to tell me this one, but I think I was too young.
Boy.
Okay. I will never get tired of shattering things with this.
Alright, I think there needs to be one more. Not sure, honestly.
Focus up.
Yes, over here. Okay. Oh. This may not be in range, but it should be.
Here. Boy.
Yes, sir. Okay. That's going in the journal.
Yeah, let's just do rage. Sweet! Almost have the last health upgrade.
It's getting colder. We must be near the top. Not long now, Mom. Look! The summit! We're so close now.
Your quiver.
Strap broke when we fought the dragon. It's alright. I can hold it.
Stop. Broken quiver will slow your draw. Pain we endure. Faulty weaponry we do not. This will do for now. Good?
Good.
Go. Steady, boy. Mind your footing.
Right behind you! Almost there! I'm ready!
Bye-bye.
Yeah, that was tough. You hear those voices too, right?
Yes. Be silent.
That sounds like the same man who came to our house. You said you killed him.
Shh.
Must be important for the sons of Thor deign to grace me with their presence. Tell me, you two still tripping over yourselves to impress Daddy?
The tattoo tracks show he now travels with a child. Where would they go next?
Why would I know that?
You're the smartest one alive, aren't you?
Smarter than all the dead ones, too.
You help me, I help you. Tell me where they are. I'll talk to Odin.
Your father won't let me go, Balder, and he won't let you kill me. You have nothing to offer me, so take your questions, take your threats, take these two worthless wankers, and piss off!
When no one's looking, we'll be back for your other man.
Ah, the very topic of conversation. A tattooed man traveling with a child.
We took their path. Make sure we're all alone.
But we just saw them leave.
Do as I say.
He doesn't know what you are.
I would keep it that way. Who are you?
Me? I'm the greatest ambassador to the gods, the giants, and all the creatures of the Nine Realms. I know every corner of these lands, every language spoken, every war waged, every deal struck. They call me Mimir, smartest man alive. And I have the answer to your every question.
Why does the son of Odin hunt us?
Okay, there are a few gaps in my knowledge. But Odin's had me imprisoned here for 109 winters. I'm a clever lad. I can piece it together. Promise. Just give him time.
Nobody there, just like I said.
The boy's mother is dead. She wished her...
She wanted us to spread her ashes on the highest peak in all the realms.
Oh, then you've come to the wrong place, little brother. The highest peak in all the realms is not here in Midgard. It's in Jotunheim, realm of the giants.
No!
That could not be what she meant.
Take a look. This is the last known bridge to Jotunheim in all the realms. See that mountain? Looks like a giant's finger scraping the sky. That's the highest peak in all the realms. No here.
Can't we just take that bridge? We have a Bifrost.
When the giants destroyed all other bridges to their realm, they locked this one up with a secret rune. If it still exists, only a giant would know it.
And all of them left Midgard a long time ago.
True. But today, the winds of fate have kicked up a strange vortex of coincidence. Fact is, there's only one person alive who can get you where you need to go. And luckily for you, my schedule's wide open.
We're going to Jotunheim, right?
It's your best and only move from a tactical standpoint. It's the one place the man who cannot be killed won't follow you.
What do we do?
Yes!
First, you need to cut off my head.
Wait, what?
Odin made sure that no weapon, not even Thor's hammer, could free my body from these bonds. But fortunately, you don't need my body. The trick is, we need to find someone who can reanimate my head using the old magic.
Old magic. There's a witch of the woods. She knows the old ways.
And she'll help. She might do worth a try.
But if she fails, he will be dead.
He tortures me, you know. Every day, brother. Odin himself sees to it personally, and believe me, there is no end to his creativity. Every single day. This isn't living.
Very well.
Oh, I can't watch this.
In case you can't resurrect me, there's something you need to know. Boy, the longer you wait to tell him his true nature, the more damage you do. He will resent you, and you may lose him forever.
There's much about me I would not have him know.
So you value your privacy more than your son?
I'm going to cut off your head now.
Fair enough.
Yuna! We're going to Yuna! We're going to find the long-lost realm of the giants. That's...
Inconvenient.
Yeah, that's just what I was going to say.
Sure, Atreus.
Do you remember the way to the witch's house?
Yes. The woods with the blood-red leaves. South of the lake. I know just where to go. Hope she made it back to Malphite and can bring them here. He seemed nice. Before you cut off his head. Look at this place. This must be a branch of the World Tree.
Boy, stay on the path.
Right, I know. I can't believe it was Baldur that came to our house. The Aesir god. Baldur! And you fought him, and won!
Yes.
One of Odin's sons, Thor's brother. And now he's hunting us with his nephews. Why is this happening?
If we can raise the head, you can ask him.
Okay. You know, it's silly, but I secretly hope we find a giant somewhere in that mountain. I guess they really did leave Midgard, except for the serpent. Maybe the last of his kind. Are you the last of your kind too? Is that why you don't like to talk about
My kind?
I mean, your family. Before Mother and I. Where you came from. Mother, father?
Now is not the time for that.
Yes, sir. Rob! Rob! Rob!
What? I'm on a fucking break. Don't hear me screeching at you whenever you're twiddling your short curlies. Oh, crap. Well, you already soiled my solitude, so you may as well join me.
You're not hungry.
Good. It's not what I was offering.
Saw your brother again.
Congratulations. And I'm sure you'll let him go and roger my axe good and plenty again. Let's see the damage. Little canker-throat wouldn't know proper weight and balance if it were dangling off his chut. You eating well enough?
I guess.
Good. All better. Now what the fuck else you want, huh? Times he gets so wrapped up in his work, Sentry hasn't the sense to sip or suck. And if he does remember, good luck getting him to cook his own meat. Guess I got all the stomach in the family.
Well,
You're along with the smarts.
You miss him.
What, that Spitfister? What do you know?
I just.
Well,
Do you mind? Trying to concentrate here. Already on a break from my break.
alright. That's gonna be it for today. Well, hopefully tune in tomorrow or watch on YouTube. All the videos will be posted there. Thanks for watching.